everybody, happy Sunday. Today I'm only half an hour late. Woohoo, I'm so proud of myself. I'm really bad at scheduling. I don't know if you've heard this story before, but I used to always be like really early for stuff when I was growing up. And then one day I just was like, I don't know, like a switch was flipped. And I'm just now always late. It's just without fail. Like the only way I can be on time is if I plan to be there insanely early. So I'm going to try and do that for next week. Hey, cool person. That's a great name. Well, I can't deny you must be. Look, I love the mystery that you don't have an avatar. Like, oh, you're so cool you don't even show up. That's really funny. All right, so we're going to do a viewer call-in show today for about 45 minutes. But yes, that's right, Utaka. Time in quarantine is really weird. It's really weird. It should just be like, like I always set my own schedule, so you think that it wouldn't be as crazy, but it just really is. And also I have a lot more like personal errands to do and stuff, taking care of my apartment, because I'm home more than I usually ever am. And so that's kind of weird too. Also today, I hope this works out, I'm on super low latency. Ultra low latency. So YouTube has different options for streaming, and one of them is normal latency, low latency, and ultra low latency. Ultra low latency is supposed to be ideal ultra low latency is supposed to be ideal for live interactions, but it's very odd to me that all live streams wouldn't be optimized for live interaction. Who would stream live but not want to optimize their ability to interact with you? That seems to make no sense to me. But let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. All right, so again, the way this works is that, of course, anyone may tune in, but only members are eligible for a call-in. And the way it works is that when I prompt you, you tell me your Skype name, and I'll pick some people, and we talk. It's really a lot of fun. We've been having a great time doing it. Hey Seb, Seb's in Bath, England. Good to see you. I like those emoji choices you had there. And also, by the way, Karen, for instance, and Madeline were and Red. I don't think Red's on today, but you guys had your own watch-along party for Extraction, which I thought was wonderful, and especially because it was in honor of Eddie, who I dedicated my review to. And also, it made me feel like I gotta get I owe you guys a watch-along party. So the next watch-along party, I might do one sooner, but right now it's definitely gonna be Scoob. And I'm wondering, what do you guys prefer? Do you guys prefer, hey Mally, or my Orduna, do you guys prefer a watch-along party the day it comes out on the 15th in the evening? Or, so that more people can join, should we do a Saturday afternoon one the next day on the 16th? What would you guys prefer? Scoob? I mean, I'm just not quite sure what's best for people. Hey, Cooper Dalbo. So I'm curious, what do you guys prefer? Karen says either is fine. So then maybe we will do Friday. I find that with new things, if the closer you do it to their release. Oh, look at all these Saturdays. Never mind. All right, Saturday it is. Everybody prefers Saturday. Okay, that's what it'll be. It'll be Saturday so that everyone can join in and have a good time, especially because of the type of movie it is, right? All right, so the first call today is actually preset because Sharon was trying to be on last week, but unfortunately gave me the wrong Skype name because I was like, Sharon, pick up. And it turns out Sharon gave me the wrong name. So she DM'd me and she said, okay, here's the right one, and I have her on the line. So let's talk to Sharon. All right, so here we go. Sharon?
Hi, Grace. How are you?
Yay! I'm great. Oh, you look fantastic. I love your jacket. Okay, let's show you to everybody. So I'm going to take myself off. Hold on. All right, everybody, here's Sharon. Yay! So what's that patch on your jacket?
So the patches are just off the TV is Ravenclaw. So that's the house I'm sorted into for Harry Potter.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm a Slytherin. I'm so proud of it. I wanted Slytherin. I got Slytherin. I was very happy. What are the attributes of the Ravenclaw?
Ravenclaw is unique in thinking, wisdom, approaching things differently, and probably an introvert. I don't think a lot of people would call me an introvert, but I was very happy to be sorted into Ravenclaw.
That's awesome. Well, they need some people who can party there to raise the rest of the group up.
That's it.
Right? Yeah. So I hear an accent, and I saw when I was calling you your location. Tell everybody where you're located.
Yeah, so I'm from Dublin in the Republic of Ireland, so I know that there's a lot of Irish viewers, so they'd recognise me that I don't have a Dublin accent. So I'm originally from the southwest, which is Limerick, which is about, I suppose, maybe 3 hours away from Dublin, but I've been living in Dublin for nearly 20 years now, so Dublin, Ireland.
That's awesome. What's going on in Dublin? Are you guys sheltering in place?
Yeah, that's it. So I suppose Ireland is kind of doing okay. I suppose we've had a rolling lockdown since about the middle of February.
Whoa!
Very early on, we realised that we would be potentially in a lot of trouble if it set in here, because we would have a lower number of ICU beds than the norm in Europe. So we have half the capacity of Italy. So when we saw what was happening in Italy, our government, they kind of stepped aside and they let they put...
Oh, you froze. You froze. Come back, Sharon. 1 second. I see Captain Marvel joined. That was a cool name, too. Yeah, there you are. Okay, great. You froze. Sorry. Okay. You froze for a moment. So you were saying the government let who take over?
It's kind of like a medical task force. So our chief medical officer would lead the task force, but it's made up of about 45 different specialists in different areas. So, behavioural science. So the idea that we didn't go straight into a lockdown situation was just because, to be in lockdown for a very long length of time, it's to have, I suppose, a high number of compliance. So I think we've got our reduction rate down to 0.5. So we're trying to get it down to 0.3. So Ireland is doing okay. Obviously, it's very sad. We're a population of about 4 million, and we've had just over 1,000 deaths. But at the modelling stage, it would have been much higher. We would have been looking at around 15,000.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's amazing then.
We have been able to reduce it quite considerably. So I think both our government and our opposition have been amazing on kind of the stuff that they've done. It's really ridiculous stuff when you kind of see it on the news and you kind of end up watching all these different things. For example, our finance minister rang up Bono in U2 and was like, who do you know in China that can get us PPE?
Did Bono get you PPE?
Well, I mean, he did connect us with a few people in China who were able to get us PPE, and it's this really amazing story. I mean, it's kind of old news in Ireland now, but I just think it's so unique because we're such a small island. So, when we did put in a very large order very early in January, but we just weren't able to get it from China.
What?
Our national airline, which is a public airline, it's kind of synonymous with Ireland, but it's not state-owned, is Aer Lingus.
Yes.
So they got volunteer pilots to fly to China. It's a 48-hour return trip, so they couldn't get off the plane because then they would have to actually isolate in China. So they had to get volunteers. There's no direct route from Ireland to China. We had to get special permission. So our passenger airlines got set off to China to try and be kind of like a commercial venture, if you were having a cargo ship. So since very early in March, every 2 days an Aer Lingus flight where the pilots are literally on the plane for over 48 hours. They go straight to China. They fill up as much of the plane as they can. and then they fly straight back, and then there's another plane leaves immediately. So, it's really interesting as well because I know loads of other different countries have had problems with the wrong equipment coming and stuff. So like very early on, people just were like, who do we know in China? Jimmy down the road, he's in China for a couple of years. Can we get him to go to the factory, make sure it's a real factory, check the boxes before they actually get on the truck, before the truck gets to the plane.
Wow, the people of Ireland have really rallied.
Yeah, so it's just, it's amazing to see all these things. Obviously, I'm just in my house.
Well, everybody's really impressed with your knowledge, but they want to know more about you.
Oh, very good.
So what do you do?
So I work for Ireland's commercial TV station.
No wonder you know so much.
Yeah. So Virgin Media Television. So I'm the innovation manager. So I work in the commercial department, and I would deal with everything from sponsorship to competitions, to commercial content that would be kind of put into our shows.
That's so cool. Do you work? Are you able to work from home at this time?
So I've actually been off sick for about 3 months. So I'm hopefully going to be returning back to work remotely tomorrow.
Were you sick?
So, so I kind of have an ongoing health condition, which is called sarcoidosis.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad you don't have coronavirus.
Yeah, exactly. And it's interesting because in the UK and Ireland, I'm not sure if other countries are doing this as well, but it's called shielding in the UK, and in Ireland we're calling cocooning. So, for example, most people are allowed to go outside and do exercise and stuff like that. So, so people like me with medical conditions or people over 70, they have to stay in the house. It's slightly stricter in the UK. I think they're not allowed outside in their back gardens and different things like that.
How long have you been in the house, Sharon?
I haven't left the house since the 25th of March.
Oh my God.
So, yeah. So I have 2 dogs, so I'm really missing going to the dog park and walking them like that. So luckily my husband, who I'm isolating with, is able to do all those bits.
How's he doing?
Yeah, he's doing good. He's a musician, so to a certain extent, he's getting lots of time to play all his different guitars and play around.
It must be pretty nice for you.
Yeah, no, it is. So it's just the 2 of us and the dogs and the cat. So, that's it. Plenty.
That sounds
Disney
lovely.
Plus and Amazon Prime.
Oh, how do you like Disney Plus? How are you enjoying Disney Plus?
Yeah, that was a blessing because that only launched on March 23rd. So I haven't been as adventurous as I thought I would be. I haven't started anything new. I think that goes in general with my isolation taste, because I just want to rewatch things that I know that I like. So I started watching all of the Disney princess cartoons.
Great choice.
All the Marvel movies, especially the ones with Captain America. And that's kind of it. So that's all kind of I've done really on Disney Plus. I haven't even started The Mandalorian, which is a disgrace, but I'm kind of...
Well, you can wait till they're all ready, right? And then you can just go through it.
Exactly, that's it. And that's my theory as well, because I really want to see Defending Jacob.
Oh, yeah.
On TV. So I'm going to wait until all the episodes are up, so then I can binge it, because...
You'll be very happy, Sharon. Sharon, you have great taste. Captain America and Disney Princess, it sounds like a fantastic quarantine life.
Yeah, that's it. Aspirational.
So is there any tips you have for everybody before we get to the next call?
The one program that I thought was brilliant, and I didn't see much about this year, I know you watched it, was Good Omens on Amazon Prime. Very short mini-series, just really delightful, really light, and probably for these end of times, a nice story.
That's a great suggestion. You know, it's funny.
Yeah,
it's funny, sad, because that's a great show, and I'm watching Mrs. America on Hulu, and these are great shows that nobody knows about because I think the services they're on.
That's it, yeah.
It's really sad, because Good Omens is phenomenal. Sharon has very good advice. Okay, so nice. I'm glad you got to come on. That was wonderful.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, please. It was wonderful hearing about what's going on in Ireland, too. You have a wonderful country.
Thanks so much, and wish best of luck to everyone in New York. They're doing a great job as well.
Let me say bye to you. Hold on. Bye. It was so nice to meet you. Feel better, okay? Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Cheers.
All right, great. That was awesome. All right, so who would like to be called next? That was amazing what was going on in Ireland. 5 stars. I'll rate that call. Not now. I don't want to rate that. I'm busy. All right, Zachary. Great timing. Let's see. Zach. Fail. 10. Oh, there you are. You have a really interesting profile pic, Zach. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Hi! Hi, hold on, let me get myself off of here so everyone can just see you. How you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Great! Happy quarantine day. That's every day.
Happy quarantine every day, right?
Yeah, right? So tell everybody where you are.
I'm in Minneapolis. I'm right downtown here. I'll give you can I flip this around? I'll give you a view of my...
Oh, wow!
Yeah.
That's nice. So Minneapolis,
yeah,
is that where the
mall...
mall...
these days, right?
Is that where the Mall of America is?
Yeah, Mall of America is actually probably about 25 minutes out of the city, but yeah.
Is it open?
No.
Darn it!
Yeah.
So how long have you been stuck in place?
We've been self-quarantined for a little over a month now. I've been going stir crazy a little bit over the past week because
Me too.
it's been... I'm sorry?
Me too. It's starting to get to me.
It's weird. It's like you seem like you're okay, everything's completely fine, and then all of a sudden it hits you. I was like in tears probably for like 2 hours over this week because I'm just like, for some reason it just hit me different. I'm just like, it's not okay, and so I just realized I've been like living my life in like a 2-block radius, like going on walks and things like that, and then just it's a lot happening, right? It's just the emotions of it kind of caught up to me.
I'm glad you can go for a walk though, especially because you're in an urban area.
Yeah, I do, I'm lucky in that, like, my car and everything is in the apartment building, and so I can drive it out of the city. I actually just moved from the suburbs.
Oh no, what timing?
right, exactly. And so I'll go up and I'll go talk to some of my, friends, and I'll actually park in their house driveways and like take runs and walks and everything around their neighborhoods because I'm like, I can't be here.
Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, I have to go down and get my mail today for the first time, like in 2 months. I'm kind of nervous to go downstairs. Yeah. So how are you getting everything? Do you have can you get food okay and everything?
Well, we're food deliveries. I do go to I have the luxury of working from home, and so I can go to like grocery stores and things like that when they're not super busy. So I can like dip out at like early in the morning or like right when places open, and kind of avoid places. I don't go to a lot of stores downtown, obviously, because that's where a lot of the traffic is. In the urban areas, a lot of places are doing limiting the amount of people in the stores and things like that, and wear masks and everything. So precautions are being taken, but it really is one of those things, like if you didn't prepare for like food deliveries and things like that, like getting them right now is very difficult. So
same here. I luckily was able to get like a reservation, but it took like a really long time to get it. But it's hard. It's really difficult. So I'm glad you can work from home. That makes your life much easier.
And I do want to say something on that too. So like I luckily didn't get let go during the coronavirus and everything, but I do have a lot of friends in the service industry, and so I want to urge people who are still employed and still getting active paychecks. A couple of my friends wanted to start a trend, and I want to get it like going, sort of like hashtag tip your 1200, where you reach out to your friends who are in the service industry, and if they're struggling, if they're, can't pay bills or whatever, just ask them to like, hey, like, you can always Venmo people that you would typically tip at a bar or things like that.
What a nice idea.
Spread what you have a little bit. I think we need to help one another out these days.
That's a wonderful idea. Because
Yeah, so
I don't know when the service industry will totally come back.
and especially because like I used to be in the service industry, and it's so hard because um, a lot of the money that you bring in isn't necessarily claimed. It's cash tips and things like that, and so people's unemployment and the assistance that they're getting isn't necessarily corresponding
I didn't
to
think
what
of
they
that.
were used to living off of, and so now they're probably very kind of hurting because of that.
That's wonderful. Is there a way to? Is that an official movement? Is there like
It's not an official. We're trying to get it started.
Well, let me know if you tweet it
It's
out.
really something that like I'm just pushing out on all of my platforms, and just really it's all about just inviting your friends to not be ashamed of ask for help. And I think that communicating that you have the means to help other people out is really important, and communicating that you need help is really important. We can kind of pair each other up. I know that a couple weeks ago I was on the stream, and somebody was talking like they were a server, or somebody was in worked at a movie theater.
Yeah.
And it's really difficult. So just being humans and helping each other out.
That's a beautiful sentiment about not only asking if people need help, but being willing to ask for help.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's really great. Let me know if you tweet that out, and I'll retweet it.
Yeah, for sure. I'll do it today.
That's great.
Do you want to meet my pets?
What?
Do you want to meet my pets?
I sure do. We all do. Who do we have in here?
So yeah.
What a surprise! Animal guest star.
I buried the lead on that one, didn't I?
Are you? Well, no. You hooked us with the sentimental stuff, and now we get a reward of adorableness.
This is Wilson.
Oh, Wilson, hello! I like his little bat. What's he lying in there?
She's actually a female. She's named after the volleyball and Castaway because I named her as she's my very first pet. I named her before I knew that I was going to connect with a female. So her full name is Wilson Phillips. But I just call her Wilson because she was named after the volleyball.
What is she lying in there? What is that? Oh, wow.
That's Sirius Black.
Oh, wow, you have the best names for your pets.
Both my dogs have movie, entertainment themed names.
So the first one was a cat, right?
Yes.
So what is your other dog?
Cat, Sirius is a dog.
You have another dog, or?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you said dogs.
I used to have a husky, but that was my ex's, and he took her.
What? Not cool. So are you quarantining by yourself?
I am quarantining, well, technically by myself. I do have a boyfriend right now who is actually lives in the apartment building right next door. And so we are basically there's like three of us who go between my place and their place, which it's just like the three of us who interact with one another because it's kind of just like I can't be by myself right now.
No, yeah. And it's wonderful.
Last year, and so I'm just like, I need people.
That sounds like you have a great situation. You're able to continue with your relationship.
It really is kind of the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
I can kind of like be alone when I need to be alone, but not feel completely alone.
Yeah, you're not like thrown into the deep end of your relationship.
I do like to see my family quite a bit, and it's kind of a bummer that I can't. I'm originally from Ohio. I was actually thinking it would be a good time to go, visit my parents and like see my family, but I'm like, that defeats the purpose of this whole entire thing. So
yeah. How are they doing?
Sorry?
How is your family in Ohio doing?
They're actually really well. My sister-in-law and brother moved to Omaha last year, and they just had a new baby right at the beginning of all this.
Oh, I'm glad they're okay.
I drove down there and stayed with them for a weekend because of what was happening. My brother couldn't take their two older daughters to the hospital, and my brother was the only one that could be there, and so they needed somebody to watch the 4-year-old and the 2-year-old. And so I spent a weekend with them there right at the beginning of all of the lockdown and everything. And so the baby's probably about a little over a month now. My mom and dad are kind of bummed that they haven't met him yet. They wanted to go down and like really, spend some time. My mom's semi-retired. My dad owns his own business, and so they usually would take this opportunity to be there as long as they could.
Yeah.
But not being able to do that has been kind of hard on everybody. But we have a full family text chain. and we probably have about 150 messages that we send back and forth a day. Most of them are just pictures of the girls and the baby. So it's good to stay connected that way. We have Zoom calls, things like that.
I'm glad you have such a nice family.
Yeah, we're all great.
So before we get on to the next call, is there anything else that you want to, any tips for anything to watch that you would recommend to everybody?
Oh, stop it. Well, yeah, honestly, I've been making my way through your recent Netflix and Disney Plus sort of like buried treasures.
Oh, I'm so happy.
But I've been trying to keep up on Westworld, but to be honest, this season has been so, like, a little bit slower, and I always watch it, because my boyfriend doesn't watch it, I always watch it after he goes to bed, and I find myself falling asleep, like, halfway through the episode. So I've been trying to get through the, like, 5th episode, like, 3 times, and I fall asleep every time. So I think I'm just going to wait for that one to come out on all binging, because there's so many reveals you have to, like...
Yeah, that's a tough show.
All the way through.
I'm going to watch that and Killing Eve tonight, and I think both are a little off this season. But I'll keep going. It's hard for me to give stuff up. Hey, it was so nice to meet you. Let me say bye to you.
You too. Thanks for calling.
Oh, sure. Bye. It was nice meeting you. Bye. All right. Everybody's so nice. All right, let's see here. Oh, Joseph. Okay. We got to get Joseph while he's available, because I know he's at work. All right. Joseph, where'd it go? There we go. Alrighty. Just waiting for him to see if he's available. Joseph, where are you? I just saw you write it down. Well, I'm going to have to call somebody in a moment. You talk. I don't see your call-in name. Utaka, where are you? Oh, Utaka, do you not want to be on the air? Let's see here. Utaka. I don't see. Oh yeah, Joseph's right. Okay. Joseph's been trying for a couple of weeks. Hi! Yay! There you are! Hi! All right, are you not at work today?
Yeah, so about that, yesterday we received
Oh wait, hold on. Let me wait till you can tell everybody. Okay, I'm taking myself off. So here's Joseph, who hasn't been able to get on yet because he's been working. So what's going on, Joseph?
Yeah, so I work at Amazon at a warehouse.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so I help you guys out with deliveries and stuff.
Yeah, you're definitely doing a lot of good for everybody.
But yesterday we received an email that somebody actually tested positive with the COVID-19.
Oh, so at the warehouse?
I'm sorry?
At the warehouse?
Yeah, someone actually got it. So I'm staying here. I'm staying home.
I don't blame you.
My safety.
What happened? Yeah. Is everybody staying home, or it's up to you to make the decision? Did they close down the warehouse?
I made the decision myself. I requested the days off.
I don't blame you. I'm sure. Are they going to clean the warehouse?
Oh yeah, they're doing a good job. They're saying they're sanitizing everything. They're the break rooms and everything that's been touched.
That's good.
We're moving around and around. We touch carts and trucks and everything pretty much.
Did they give you a mask and gloves?
They gave me gloves and I brought my own face mask. It's a cloth face mask.
Okay, good. I'm glad that you have some stuff. And they're giving you the days off?
Yes, they are.
Oh, good. So after a couple of days, you can go back and it'll be cleaned, and I think you'll feel safe, right?
Yeah, I'll be much safer like in 2 weeks. I say 2 weeks.
Did you take 2 weeks off?
Yes, I did.
Oh, good for you. I'm glad you did that. Because you got to protect your family too.
Yes.
So who are you sheltering in place with?
My parents are asleep. My brother is asleep. We're all asleep except for me.
Oh, yeah, it's early there. Thanks for getting up so
Yes,
early, because you're in California. I know that, but other people
yes.
don't know that. So where in California are you?
It's a little town called Chino Hills, California.
What city is it near that people would know?
San Bernardino.
Oh, cool. You're having a heat wave out there, I know.
Yes, yeah, we are. Yeah.
It's like really hot. What do you think? The beach is opening, right? Some of the
The
beaches
beaches
open.
are open like this week.
That's nuts.
That is nuts.
So what's going on with you? What do you when you're not working? Which again we all appreciate. You're helping people get what they need. What are you doing for quarantine?
Well, I'm usually watching movies or playing games. The one thing that I miss most is basketball.
Yeah, that's a lot. Too much touching and everything. Yeah. Where do you play? Do you play at a court, outside? Do you play at a gym?
No, I mean watching.
Oh,
basketball.
watching basketball. Oh yeah, I see the behind you. Who's that? Jordan?
Kobe.
Oh, Kobe. Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, I can't see it very well. That's really lovely. Have you been watching the Michael Jordan documentary on ESPN?
Yeah, that was pretty cool to watch.
That's awesome. Yeah, I have Jordan on the brain because everybody's been talking about it. That's awesome. Everybody's like, "That's Kobe." I know. I can't see his face. I can just see the outline. So that's wonderful that Kobe. That was a very tragic situation that happened earlier this year.
Yeah.
So you're a big part of the BTT community. What have you ever been? I'm sure would love to hear your viewing recommendations. You've been watching any movies or TV shows?
Yeah, it's funny that you asked. Me and my family recently watched Zombieland 2.
Did you like it?
Yeah, we all loved it. The standout for my parents was the girl who played Madison.
She was great. She was really
Is it
funny.
Zoe
Zoe
Deutch?
Deutch.
Is that her name?
Zoe Deutch. That's Leah
Zoe.
Thompson's daughter. I thought she was fabulous. Really funny.
Yeah, pretty good job as the blonde. But
Well, yeah, I mean, she did some great gross out humor too. I mean, she really went for it. I thought she was fantastic. I thought she was fantastic. Like she did a lot of really gross stuff, Like she had some great visual gags, and I think some actresses wouldn't want to do that, but I like that she went for it. So we hope you're going to be safe, Joseph, and I'm glad that you got to see everybody.
yeah.
That's awesome. So is there anything else you want to say before I go to the next call?
Just happy to be here, and like I love you guys. The BTT community.
We love you, Joseph. Be safe. I'm glad you're taking the 2 weeks off.
Thank you.
Okay, let me say bye to you. Hold on. Bye.
Bye, Chris.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, we'll do 2 more calls. All right, let's see here. Everyone wants Josh loves movies. Let's see here. Okay. Let me see if I can find him. Today's Josh Day. Okay. Oh, I think this is you. Josh, am I getting you? Laura, I'll try to do you next. Oh, great. Laura, I'll try to do you next. What's happening? Try it again. Where are you? Yay! Oh, that's great. What a way to pick up the phone. Hold on, let me get myself off of here. Here he is. Yay! Oh, wow. How are you today? How you doing? How's everything going?
I'm amazing.
Oh, that's great. So where are you?
I'm in Illinois right now. We're like the top 5 in coronavirus cases.
I know, right? Tell me about it. So where in Illinois are you located?
I'm in Des Plaines. I'm right in my apartment.
Where is that in Chicago? Is it near Chicago? Is it?
In the Chicagoland area, yeah.
Oh, cool. So how long have you been locked down?
I have been in lockdown since the end of March.
How is it going?
It's going good. It's like dealing with neighbors and stuff, my mother.
That's great. So who are you sheltering with?
My mother.
Your mom? Yeah?
Yeah,
You guys
she's like the one at most risk, so she's like trying to stay in her room. She's wearing like a mask around me so she doesn't get sick. So.
Oh, well, I'm glad she's taking precautions. Do you? Are you going out at all?
No, I've been mostly trying to stay home because I don't want to get her sick. So right now, like, I'm protecting her by not going outside, not shopping.
That's so sweet of you. How are you getting your essentials and food and stuff?
Amazon.
That's great.
I'm getting it Amazon.
Like Amazon Fresh?
Amazon Fresh, Amazon Prime, yeah.
Oh, that's great. So people like Josh in California are really helping you out.
Yeah, people like him, they are helping me out, and I appreciate them.
So what are you doing to entertain yourself while you're in quarantine?
I've been watching Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu. Last night I watched Extraction.
What'd you think?
It was so emotional. It was like,
right?
It was like the action and emotion. And like the ending, like, oh my God, I'm not going to spoil it, but like, wow, what an ending.
Yeah, I cried. I was like, oh my God.
I was crying too. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I was like, oh, don't do that to me. But it sticks with you. Like, you think about it, right?
Yeah, it hits you.
So I saw the Russo brothers try to say, who's better, Tyler Rake or John Wick? And I was like, it's too early for that.
John Wick, not even a competition.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying Tyler Rake can't get there.
I mean, John Wick can kill someone with a pencil.
Yeah. And make it a work of art.
Yeah, he's a work of art.
So you love movies. What are your favorite movies?
My favorite movies, I love the Mission Impossible series, Mission Impossible Fallout, by far. Love that movie.
Me too.
I love my favorite, like, romance kind of movie, The Fault in Our Stars. I cry every time I see that movie. It's such a good movie.
That's a beautiful film.
Oh, yes.
What do you think What do you think of Mission Impossible becoming a holiday film?
I just think it's like Warner Brothers. They need to move. Like, Mission Impossible is coming for those movies. I'm excited.
Oh, you mean like Shazam? Yeah, Shazam can't compete with Mission Impossible. Yeah.
Shazam needs to move because it's not going to do well against Mission Impossible 8, I think. I think it's 8. Yeah, it's 8.
Yes, because it's so far away. Yes.
So that should move too.
Do you think they should move Tenet? Do you think movie theaters will be able to open by mid-July?
I don't know. We'll see. It's like a day-by-day basis. Right now it's looking like Tenet's going to open in July. I thought Tenet would take the date that Venom moved
right?
Remember, but they didn't.
Yeah, they should take that. That's still open, by the way.
I'm like dying to see Tenet, so.
Yeah.
Like, I saw the prologue before Birds of Prey and Star Wars. Amazing.
Yeah, like, it's going to be fantastic, for sure. But also, well, I think they do have some very good movies if they do open to bring us back. Tenet, Mulan.
Oh, yes.
You know, SpongeBob, Wonder Woman. Those are very good, those are good movies.
I'm so excited for all of them. It's going to be so different going back to work. It's going to be like a whole new normal, and I don't think anyone's ready for it.
What do you do for work?
I'm like a cashier, so I'm like the person that takes tickets. So like right before this pandemic, I was like kind of like doing greeter stuff, so I was like tearing tickets too. I was cleaning a lot. I was like, ain't no coronavirus happening in my theater.
Oh, that's great. Oh, so you work in a movie theater.
So I was sanitizing a lot.
What chain do you work at? Do you work at a chain? Do you work at a...
AMC theaters. I work at AMC theaters.
Oh, that's great.
Because right now we're closed, and we don't know when we're going to open. Right now we're supposed to have a meeting today about what we're going to do, but it's all up in the air.
That's great, though, that you're already starting to talk.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think it's great. Because right now we're supposed to open in July, which is 2 more months, but I think they're going to send people back early so we can clean the theater before they reopen.
Also, I think you have to set it up for social distancing.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Because we've been doing that. We've been doing social distancing guidelines since March.
How do you do that? How did you do that?
Basically, we did like the 50%. So we cut 50% of the capacity in the theater, so less people. We've been having a hand sanitizer like dispenser outside box office and where I usually work.
How did you handle the concession stand?
Oh, concessions, more gloves, a lot more sanitation. So.
Well, you'll have to keep us updated as to what you guys are deciding to do, so we can know what's going on.
Well, yeah, I will. I'm knowing by today what we're gonna do in the afternoon. So.
Oh, that's great. We'd love to hear it. All right, so it was let me say bye to you. Hold on. Bye. It was so nice to see you. Stay safe, and your mom too. It's very nice of you to look out for her.
Thank you.
Okay, let us know how the meeting goes.
All right.
Bye. All right, let me try and call Laura. Laura, where are you? That'll be the last call for today because I got to do movie math. And then, don't worry, we'll do this again next Sunday. Where are you, Laura? Try to get a good mix of people on here. I will find you. So glad so many people are commenting. That's wonderful. There we go. All right, Laura, let me see if I can get you. There we go. All right. And then don't worry, there are live streams. For people who just joined today, there are live streams also Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Regular stories. Yes, she's ready. All right, here we go. Hold on. Hi! Oh wow, I love it. I love the artwork. Okay, hold on. Let me turn myself off because everybody wants to see you. Hi, Laura.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going. Rainy day Sunday.
Oh, tell me about it. Where are you located?
Columbus, Ohio.
Oh wow, another Ohio. We got Ohio's
I know, we're popular with you.
Yeah, we got the Ohio vibes today. So I like the artwork behind you. It's a little hard for me to see. What are we working with here?
Oh, can you see me now?
No, your artwork. What kind of artwork have you got behind you?
Oh, Wassily Kandinsky.
That's really nice. It's very pretty.
Yeah, my abstract stuff.
Oh, that's gorgeous. I love it. So how long have you been sheltering in place?
I actually work in finance, so we still had to go in.
Oh, you did have to go in.
Yes.
That's crazy. You would think in that industry you could work from home.
Well, you would think the security of personal information, etc., can be a little bit difficult. However, I will say my company was extremely proactive. I actually did get sick.
Did you get coronavirus?
I got a virus, and they wouldn't let me go in anywhere to be tested because I wasn't a medical emergency.
Oh my goodness! I'm glad you're okay.
Well, yes. So it's been 3.5, 4 weeks now, and so I'm working part at home. They did figure out a way for me to work partially at home, and then I go into the office when I need to.
How long were you sick for?
Well over 3 weeks.
Was it serious? Do you think that you had it?
Yes. Yeah. Coughing, the breathing issues, body aches, extreme fatigue.
I'm really glad you're okay.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I am so lucky. I mean, and I'm lucky I didn't spread it. That was my worst fear.
Yes. Are you sheltering by yourself?
I am. I live alone, so I was also very good. I had my apartment to myself.
Yeah, I'm sheltering by myself too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. I'm glad. Well, I'm glad. Yeah, I would be very nervous about infecting somebody else. So
I was so scared for my coworkers for 2 to 3 weeks. I was just like, oh my god.
Is everyone else okay?
Yeah, no, nobody's got it. I didn't give it to my kids. Nobody. So.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, how scary about your kids. They're
adults. So.
How are they handling it?
They're good. Both of them, fortunately, still have their jobs. One's a teacher, so he was able to do everything remotely, and the other's a police officer.
Oh, wow. Oh, you have such great kids.
Yay! I know. I'm very proud. Very, very proud.
How is your son, who's a police officer, how are things going in that front?
That's actually kind of scary. Those in Ohio know Lancaster. It's a smaller town outside of Columbus, and they're talking layoffs for up to 20%, which is 18 policemen, 18 policemen and 20 firefighters.
I can't believe they would lay off first responders.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
There was no stimulus package for the cities.
Is it a furlough, or is it? Would they be like a?
It would be a furlough. The concern is if they have to get other jobs, they won't come back.
Oh, that's right. Oh, wow, that's crazy.
So I'm just praying.
We'll keep fingers crossed. Everyone's shocked that anyone would lay off a police officer.
Yeah, it hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet. Mayor just made a statement that
maybe he's just trying to scare people.
I hope that's all it is. I really do. I mean, it seems crazy. I mean, you need firefighters to respond.
Yeah. So on a lighter note, what are you doing? Yes. What are you doing for fun? What have you been watching?
The funny thing is my concentration has been really off.
I can imagine.
I've been watching a lot of YouTube. I've been watching so much YouTube.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
I can do 10-minute increments.
Yeah, it's hard to really commit to something, you know?
Yeah, I did watch a kind of a strange one called Mr. Right on Netflix.
Oh, how was it?
It was a Netflix original, and it was really funny.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, sometimes you find these little gems, and you're like, wow, that was surprisingly good.
Yeah, it was the guy's name, Sam. I can't think of the actor's name. He was in the second Iron Man.
Oh, Sam Rockwell.
Yes.
Oh, he's always great.
So he played kind of like a John Wick character, believe it or not.
Really? Oh, maybe I'll watch that. I really like Sam Rockwell.
Yeah, but it was a comedy, and he did. It was funny. It worked for me. I needed something light.
He's really good, and I couldn't believe he was a voice. I couldn't believe he was a voice in the Trolls movie. I was like, Sam Rockwell, you're awesome.
I know. I haven't been able to watch that. I'm still waiting for that to come back a little bit on a lower price level.
Yeah. Well, it should be soon. You know. So I'm looking forward to Scoob. There's like a lot of really good movies coming out. Actually,
there's a ton. I mean, I'm really happy with the online content. It has been really helpful.
Don't you think?
I've got lists. I just, as I said, my concentration's been pretty off.
Do you usually go to the movies? Are you big? I mean, I know you're into movies, but do you like to go to the theater?
I don't know if you can see. You probably can't.
What are we working with here, Laura? What are we?
You probably can't see it. Anyways, the parking lot next door is the movie theater.
What? You live next to the movie theater? That's so wonderful.
Yes, I do. It's Marcus Theaters, great little independent theater type place.
Do they play?
I mean, they're all over the country. but they're smaller.
Do they play all types of movies, or is it more art house?
Oh yeah, all first release, all the comfort. I mean, they're so much better than most theaters. They're never busy.
How wonderful that you can just walk over there.
Oh, walk over, you can get food, you can, if you like to drink, you can grab an alcohol drink or a non-alcohol, you can do whatever you want. It's great.
So they're usually not that crowded?
Not too much. The funny thing was during Endgame,
Yeah.
I just, I'll look outside in the evening.
Oh, what a fun thing to do. That's so great. How crowded was it for Endgame?
Oh, it was packed.
That's so great.
It was packed for at least 2 to 3 weekends straight, which is unusual because normally it's only like quarter to the half full.
How long do you think it would take for you to be willing to go back to the movies then?
I will probably, for me, I'll probably go back sooner unless they say that I can get it again.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
So-
think they're not sure whether or not you can get it again or not.
I don't know. The gentleman that I'm dating was really kind enough and gave me some N95 masks.
That's the sweetest thing.
Yeah.
What a boyfriend! What a nice guy.
I know. He dropped off. I was stocked. I was really lucky. I was stocked, but he's dropped off stuff left and right. So.
Aw, so you guys haven't been able to see each other while you're sick.
I know, he was great. I hadn't seen him for a month. I saw him finally yesterday.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's so nice. Did you guys have a nice time? Were you guys able to have a nice time? You probably couldn't go out anywhere.
No, we sat in the apartment. It was the first person I'd seen except for the people that I work with. I mean, my office is 2-person office, and there's nobody in the building.
I can
The
imagine.
building it's pretty much deserted.
That's so weird. How much longer do you think you guys will be in lockdown in Ohio?
Well, they're trying to be optimistic, but it seems like Columbus has become a hotspot from what I read.
Yeah, I think we'll probably be through the end of May. Maybe June we can start.
I think so. I think they probably will end up with no choice but to let people open up limitedly at least.
Yeah, I think it's too bad from an economic perspective, but we'll see how long it takes things to pick back up.
Yeah. They just don't have a choice.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I'm glad you're okay. Thank goodness. I'm so glad that we were able to talk to you and hear a good story about how you're...
So great to see you. Good to see everybody.
Yes.
Let me in.
Oh, it was wonderful. Let me say bye to you. Hi, hold on. Bye. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you, you too.
Oh, you guys are the best. I love talking to all of you. I'm so glad. I told you, I do these calls when I hit milestones on Twitter. I do Skype calls, as you might remember. And I have so much fun every time. So when this was happening, I was like, if only I could share the joy of meeting everybody with the rest of you. And it's working out great. I just love it so much. I love doing this. All right, so happy Sunday. I'm going to go work on movie math now. Everybody be safe. Of course, so movie math later today, and we'll start a new week of programming tomorrow. All right, everybody. Bye.